Hey guys, we're back with some more of the letter. Let me turn down the volume first. I can't remember where we last left off. I mean, I know we're still on Rebecca's route, but other than that, not really for sure. We're doing something. I just finished Persona 5. I basically finished it like 2 months ago, maybe even longer than that. Yeah, probably like 3 or 4 months ago even. It came out 5 months ago, I think, and I got it a week after launch. And after I got to the last day, I just quit because I was 1 day away from finishing all the social things, but I finally, picked it back up and finished it. Great game, I recommend it. Would have been fun to do on stream, but can't really, I don't have a capture card. I bought a PS3 just for Persona 5. But I don't know how to record PS3. This too is ours to bear. Right. Ashton just got fired. Won't let him suffer this alone. Well, not fired, just put off the case. With that in mind, I follow after him. Minutes later, I finally track Ashton down in a nearby park. Coming into this, I'm like, oh boy, I'm ready to play some of the letter. And now I'm like, I'm not ready to play some of the letter. Please kill me. How far into it are we? Not very at all, but... HorseyEatYou. Looks like this convergence. Maybe this is Hannah's party, but that's pretty early then. Because I'm still kind of expecting this to end before Zachary's round ends. He dies. That's long. Can't sit still, pacing back and forth, running a hand through his hair in a gesture of frustration every other pass he makes. At some point, he decides to take it on a poor park bench, only for his foot to regret it all afterwards. Returns to pacing then. Has been for at least the last 5 minutes, and at this point, he might end up digging a trench on the ground if he doesn't let up.
Someone should stop him.
When I followed him here, I've intended to put an end to this. I had a whole speech prepared for him. But now that I'm standing in close proximity to his temper, to him, I can't bring myself to even approach. My feet simply won't move the instant I saw him. Oh. Give me 7 seconds. Count. Count it. 7. Go back. There's a timer on. No, I was going to put a timer on screen, but I couldn't figure out how with the video editing software I have. What will he think? Will he appreciate this? He hates it when people interfere with his affairs. Here I am barging in on his business as if it's something I'm entitled to share. When did I start thinking this way? When did I start thinking this is okay?
Why did I think this would be a good idea?
That's what I'm saying. I'm stepping back before I know it. Although, I don't make it far. My gosh, I accidentally step on a stray rapper that somehow missed the trash. How did she follow him all this way without, kind of stepping on a rapper? So, she's close to him. It's close enough to step on a rapper to... And... I guess Ashton is not Yuji. Crunches under my foot, and in the stillness of the park at this time, it's not enough to disturb. Ashton halts, looks up, his vexed expression making way for bewilderment.
Becca? You aren't supposed to be here.
I mean, it's a public park. It isn't meant to be an accusation or to be taken like one. It's a simple statement, and it sounds far from it all the same. Question underneath. Facing it now, I hesitate. Okay, I'm gonna cheat on this one. Okay, I should...
I heard
Okay. I mean, this is a lie. Is lying okay? But I mean, just saying I heard, that's worse than lying. That's... Okay. Yeah, you already got that. For all my bravado, for all the things I keep telling myself, I don't want to answer the unspoken question in it, nor face his anger and sorrow, or what I'll see beyond it. We may be in the same boat, but we have our own ways of dealing with this. living through this until we got that sense of normalcy back. But I also know I can't leave him these ghosts. So I talk. A weak attempt to fill the awkward silence. So long as it takes them, us, away from falling into the chasm. This will do.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you.
Don't you usually avoid these parts at night?
I just couldn't sleep tonight. So I decided to take a walk. I didn't think I'd find you here. Considering what happened last night. I thought you'd be busy.
Not a complete lie. But when all he gives me for a response is a stare, almost close to a blank look, I think for a second he found out. Eventually, he simply nods and exhales.
Bad dream?
Yeah, kind of.
I thought as much.
I frown at him, confused at his bless a response. That's blase. If that's not a word, just putting fake words in this game. Till I remember, he's already seen more dead bodies in his life compared to what my eyes have seen. Comes in his line of work. Bloody heck! He has a forensic science degree under his belt. At some point, he must have likely worked on a cadaver. Okay, what cadaver? Cadaver. Also called a. Why not just call it a corpse? He's also been assigned to cases like this before, when his close family's relatives' friends go through this. None of it is surprising to him. What if it is of a friend's? Of someone he knows and has been close to for years? Won't it change anything?
Does it ever get easy?
Depends on who you're asking.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time you've seen something like that. Like...
I trail off, unable to continue, careful of this talk going into territory that'll create bigger wounds. What's this? That doesn't move to talk. Right, with Isabella. Ashton, on the other hand, takes a long minute to answer, like he's weighing his next words, choosing it deliberately. Then he stuffs his hand inside his pockets, looks away at some firepoint beside him, looking at it intently as though he's seeing something there that I couldn't. His answer comes in the form of a shrug, and a voice almost too quiet, too somber.
You get used to it.
Too somber,
eventually.
I think. Sombra.
I suppose. There isn't any other way around this, huh?
No, there isn't. Unfortunately. But you'll stop caring after the second or third time.
Foreshadowing. Okay, we're gonna have Rebecca live and Zachary's dead. No, Zachary's dead, right? Like he's not just in an eternal jail cell. Yeah, he's dead. He's definitely dead. Okay, so I was talking before. I don't know how Zachary's, like, you know, Isabella, she gets a like bad but not dead end. You know, I think it's a coma, right? Hannah, you know, that's the possession. But Zachary doesn't get that. He's just dead. Presumably dead here, or alive. Presuming this is alive, just because this is variant B. I assume this is he ends up in the jail cell, but maybe Hannah's not possessed, or something along those lines. Okay. I think that's my friend just said they're minerals, and I think that's a Breaking Bad reference.
The next thing you know, all of them just looks the same as the others in your eyes. All unfortunate victims.
Perhaps it's his tone, or his manner of avoiding my eyes when he says that. But before I can think on it, choose my words in the same careful way he did earlier. Let my emotions get ahead of me.
Hold on. Wait. Is that what this is, then? What she is now? To you? Just a victim? Just some dead body?
I got sent. Oh no. Not clicking that. He answers with more silence, and my temper, despite myself, flares.
The victim has a name, Ash, and that victim is your friend. Why is it so difficult to say her name now when you've done it plenty of times before?
Does it matter now? She's gone. Even Zach made a bigger issue out of that.
Don't worry. Zach's gonna be gone too. Hey, and if we keep up... So, with Marianne, she survived, unfortunately. So, if we keep up this format, dead, alive technically, dead, alive. Rebecca's going to die. And then Ashton's going to live. Wait, does that mean Luke dies? Oh no.
There are other things you two should really be.
It does matter. To you, it does. For a long time. You've always...
Luke is the protagonist that we need. You've always seen her in a different light. Far different from the way you look at other people. Zachary, or me. Always with a tiny gleam in his eyes. The darting glances. The kind smiles. Little things. Little gestures. To others it may seem nothing, but to him, it's the whole world. It's the only way he could say everything without fumbling or losing his nerves. Right from the very start, I don't need to ask the why. Always had an inkling. The thought had always been there, hiding, tucked neatly sealed away at the back of my mind. The same manner he keeps his own secrets close to himself. Which is why, when he swallows hard, lets his arms to fall limp to his sides, shifts his gaze away, there's no jolt, no surprise at me. No, he's looking straight at the screen, actually. Just a slow, painful, burning realization of a truth long held. A feeling's never meant to be for me. And yet, in the end...
Like I said, it doesn't matter. You guys need to understand that whatever I say or do right now, this case isn't going to solve itself.
In the end, it's whom who cowers from it.
You keep on saying case this, case that. But this isn't just about the bloody investigation anymore, is it?
Well, you seem to have a better idea what it is. Why don't you lay it all out to me, so I'll understand? Maybe I'm missing something. Because honestly, I don't know what else this could be, other than what we've been telling the press. A fucking homicide case.
It's a ghost!
The victim was murdered, and if you bring up that stupid letter again...
Will you quit saying that?
Well, what do you want me to say then?
Stop lying to yourself!
I'm lying? Becca, look here,
No! Enough! Enough with your cool act! I'm having none of it! You listen, and you listen good! Stop this! Stop lying! Stop telling yourself everything and this is normal for you! Because it's not! It never was! It never will be!
Rebecca, I think you need to calm down.
Stop pretending Isabella no longer equates into all of this just because she's gone! Because that is a big, fat lie coming from you! She matters because it's her! She always did! No one else! Or you. She always did.
The very meaning behind it freezes him into place, and any excuses or diversions dies on his tongue. There's more to it, however. Behind his unmoving stance and his sudden unfocused stare, his understanding and fear. He's aware I'm right, and every word I'm about to articulate are the very same ones he's been avoiding. But these need to be said, even if it means having him face the unpleasant.
Regardless of what you're telling me or Zachary, I know that out of all of us, you're the one taking this the hardest.
I just realized we could go for the Ashton suffering ending. Just get a bad ending for all of his friends, and he lives. He's just left alone. Can you name a better end? Ashton might be cool. We haven't gotten to his route yet, although I don't like him so far. Allow my voice to fade. Into the night, the chilly air blowing in the distance between us. Cold, sharp, unforgiving. It's like the truths we have to face. Like, sometimes Ashton seems cool, but there's a lot of times where he's, like, not cool, you know? When the silence becomes too unbearable for him as well, he forces himself to move to pace. Treading the ground once again, one perturbed footstep after another, running a furious hand to his hair before dropping it to his side. Later, when that too turns inadequate, gives the park bench another good kick. This time, if it brings any pain to him, simply takes it all in, so that alone will dull the other pain.
Fuck.
Oh, you can't say... YouTube, please, don't do this! Regardless, it continues, but this time, there's something in his voice. A bitter note dropping to nothing more than whispers he mutters to himself. A sound he meant for his ears to hear, but reverberates clearly in the park's stillness.
Ash, maybe you should...
Damn it, god damn it! I was hoping, damn it, I was hoping for her to...
His throat closes up, his words choke off, getting lost in his sorrow. I've realized, have we gotten any closer to solving, like, I guess it's not really a mystery, but is it anything happening over these 5 chapters? I think in Isabella's like, there's a ghost. Everyone's like, yeah, ghosts, some ghosts. I did that young lady. And Hannes is like, real estate. And then she's like, what, ghost? And then she becomes the ghost. And Zachary's like, ghost? Oh yeah, little kid ghost. Marianne is just like, ghost? Yeah, I'm used to it, I'm crazy. Now we're going through that process once again. Just with Isabella being dead. I'm assuming progress is going to start happening. It's definitely going to happen in Ashton's. If it doesn't start in Rebecca's. Just figuring stuff out. Whatever there is to figure out. It's simply another reminder of what he failed to do.
I couldn't even... Damn it, all these years telling myself that I love... And yet I couldn't even...
This is when he breaks. Piece by piece. Looks pretty edgy. Brick by brick. The walls he had struggled to put up all came tumbling down. All of his defenses caving in, weakening, as it bears the brunt of his grief. I'm kind of expecting the ghost to appear behind him. His words are halting when the first tears begin to fall, his shoulders shaking, hands clenched tightly, his fists holding onto something quickly slipping away from him. Maybe it already did. Maybe this comes from all those missed opportunities. Her departures took it all with her. What he's clinging to right now are merely the fragments. Remnants of all that the what-ifs and should-haves.
I knew this was going to be a difficult case. The moment I saw it, I knew. There was barely any evidence. Not even a sign of someone else breaking in. And she's just there. I've been at this since last night, and I couldn't find anything that would help. I hate this. I hate feeling this stupid, this helpless. I can't even begin to imagine what she felt before she... And right after I made that promise, she could count on me.
Oh, okay, so that branch was the... There's a choice with Ashton and Isabella's route, right near the end, like about the good luck charm or something. What was it? You're not bad after all, I think?
Damn it, if only I'd... Figures, huh? Turns out I'll mess this up too, huh?
In truth, do not know how to answer that, or if he's expecting any from me. It's one of those questions where there's really no exact answer to. Same with those little regrets now surfacing, lingering. Any other day, I'll tell him exactly how I see it without wavering. That, no matter how, there's no way we could have prepared for this. No way we could have known things would lead to this. But those are your opinions better left for another day. When you're hurting less, when we aren't reeling from what has been haversedly thrown at us. Isn't that right? After all, platitudes tend to cease their usefulness at some point. And in its place, nothing left to offer but a shoulder to cry on. What an awkward fit like this, with his trembling shoulders and short, heaving breaths. Though he allows it, he doesn't return the gesture, nor do I expect him to. Unlike Isabella, who has always been open and free with her fondness for people, personal space has always been a matter of importance for the two of us. Yeah, I really like the CGs in this game. Like, you know, the art in general is just way more than you'd expect from an English VN. Ashton, most of all. But for the time being, this will do.
Bampot, you're an idiot.
Bampot. Bampot. Get an achievement. I'm here. You guys can see that at the top left.
Of course I'd know how you're feeling about this. Who do you think I am? We grew up together, didn't we? I know you better than anyone. Stop forgetting stuff like that. Drill it into your head if you must.
The only way a childhood friend could win is if the main heroine died. We'll take what little comfort we can gain from this, beyond what reassurances mere words can offer. And in the short moment we share, this is enough. They exchange no words after, simply standing there for a good half an hour, letting the light night din of the city, the rustling of leaves, the hum of the crickets nearby fill the air around us. Ashton's just kind of like, okay, like, you know, 5 minutes after, he's like, okay, I'm ready to go home. But he doesn't want to be the first to say anything, so he just kind of holds that position for 20 more minutes. Remain like this until his sobs finally subside, and what's left of it are nothing more than soft whimpers. When at last, pulls away from me, It's as if the heavy atmosphere is finally lifted around us. What it carries with him no longer burdens him the way it did minutes ago. Not completely, though. Even with this, it'll take longer for everything to fade. Neither will it be easily forgotten, especially when it's taken root so deeply in our lives. But he's calm now. It's better this way, because only in the aftermath is when we all learn to deal, to cope.
Is it going to be okay now?
It's a start. Can't always walk him through this. He knows that too. So when he answers, he asks nothing more of me and only answers in the best manner he can, without reverting back to anger or locking himself away.
Yeah, a little, I guess. I don't know. This is... It'll take some time. There's still the investigation and the evidence, if we can even find any. Plus, the lab still has to test everything.
Ash, I'm not asking about the case. Although that's important, trust me. I want to know who did this as much as you do. At least then, I'll have a proper reason to hit someone.
I mean, you saw the ghost. You remember the car?
But I'm asking about you. Are you going to be okay?
Another mirthless expression flickers shortly across his features before he looks away, his eyes focusing on some distant area of the park. There's a hint of yearning in them, probably searching for that one person who would never be here from now on. It's gone, and he's already talking in the next second before I can drop him.
I'll be fine. A bit of adjustment here and there, maybe. I'll be okay. I've survived worse things.
I doubt he believes those, but I don't question him further on it. Neither does he let me.
But thanks for asking. And for this. Sorry you had to see me like that.
What? Don't be so embarrassed about it now. This isn't the first time, remember? Back in secondary?
Secondary is middle school, right?
If I recall, someone had to snap you out of that sulk, too.
Yeah. No. Don't remind me. And don't sound so proud of it.
Why not? I mean, you've done more embarrassing things in front of other people, and I always have to...
I bet it used to be Chuny back in middle school.
That's the point. It's embarrassing.
Oh, come on. Now you're feeling ashamed about it? For the record, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I remember when he used to wear an eye patch and, shout. I can't even think. What's something good Chuny thing? Dark magic swirl. Yeah, that sounds Chuny.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. But let's just leave it there, Becca. And if you can, if possible, can you not... Don't mention this to Zach. For now. I'll never hear the end of it.
There are a lot of things he intentionally leaves out in that. So many things he refuses to tell, which is all being hidden under that false front. His hesitance alone, the shift in his tone from that banter, speaks volumes. Zachary's never been one to easily judge people. It's part of the reason why Ashton hangs out with him despite their rather disastrous first meeting. Big Guy learning about this little episode won't make any difference, nor even change things around them. Just one of the many things they've learned to accept, or in some cases, tolerate about each other. First, doesn't mean things like the punching incident this morning never occurs. That doesn't mean it can't easily be fixed, though. Sometimes all they need is a little push. Kids.
Zachary will understand.
Yeah, I know. I know that. But I'd rather talk to him in person first. About other things. And when we're in better terms, maybe we can laugh about this. But right now...
You only have a couple of days, man.
I won't mention anything. Don't worry. Though, like I said, Zachary will understand. You are just doing your job and that kind of news isn't easy to swallow. Anyone would have reacted that way, even if it's someone like Zach. In fact, if I didn't know the big guy, he's probably feeling guilty about it like you're doing now. Trust me, it'll be okay.
He merely smiles in reply, straightened and a bit awkward. I take it for everything it stands for right now. Today and in the next, a little drop of optimism could do us some good. Even if things appear a wee bit bleaker than it should be, or people are rarely inclined to hope blindly. Can predisposition... There's always been Isabella in Zach's department, never from us. Sticks to facts and what we see in front of us. But this time, taking a page from their book isn't so bad. What is there left to lose? Don't stay long. Should I call it there? We're on the 25th. Oh, we got this one. Dreaming Ashton marched off to the park after his temporary dismissal from Isabella's case. Rebecca follows after him, and the two end up in a spat over. Ashton's cold and over Ashton's cold and distant attitude. When all was said and done, Ashton reached his breaking point. How far? 24? Kind of want to get to this point, so a little bit more. Don't stay long. The evening might be pleasant, and the park offers a peaceful enough place to muse on things, but we don't have work to do, both of us. Though Ashton doesn't openly express it, he knows he still wishes to be alone after this, and more in his own way. The heaviest of his burden might have already been lifted, but there are parts he continues to hold close, bits and pieces more difficult to let go of. Those are the ones I can never reach. And in spite of the fact that the mere thought of it sends my heart clenching, I can't bring myself to begrudge him over it. In this way, we're the same. Some wounds simply take longer to heal. Which is why I don't stop him. Quietly, we part ways. He goes straight off to Salem Wall again, only leaving me a small promise to get to the bottom of this, while I head back to the city proper. We're in an unfamiliar room, and more awful dreams probably wait for me. Perhaps it's exactly the fear of being left with these thoughts on my own that leads me back to the cafe instead.
Delaying the inevitable, they say.
Less time to think about these things as long as I'm awake, moving, in the company of other people. Okay, now I do want to call it. Oh, we did reach. Okay, we reached it. So I'll call it there. We'll see you guys next time when whatever's gonna happen happens. Just save over that one. See you guys then. Bye.